Well, hello there, everybody. I am Kathy Crow. This is the Crow Cottage, and it is a lovely day out there today. I don't think there's any wind, so I am so excited to be able to get out on a bike ride. Now, I am going to have to take a minute to try to get my video on the side. Oh, shoot. It just disappeared. It was there, and then it was gone, and so I am going to go back from my page and then come back to it again, and let's see if it comes up, because once I've lost the opportunity to click on the actual video, it disappears on me. Oh, hey, Linda, we missed you. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Have you heard now what I'm doing instead of, because I don't think you were with me last week, and that was the first week that I started this, so instead of sending you some small thing in the mail, because our postal rates have gone up so much that it's just getting ridiculous to send anything to anyone. So I made up these little cards that are like worth $5 of Stampin' Up! Stuff in my store. I will be sending those to you, but unless you hang on to it for a while and collect enough to, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to, unless it's just some little small thing I can stick in the mail to you, that you want. I'm probably going to have you save one to use for shipping. I mean, that's just the way it is going. Shipping is the thing that's making things expensive, and we are so grateful for our shipping people right now, though, aren't we? Because my goodness, I actually had to order oatmeal through the mail because I couldn't ever be sure that it was going to be in the store, because of course it has to be Quaker Oats, right? And I ordered, what else did I order? I think when I heard Costco was going to make us wear masks, I just thought, fine, I'm never going to Costco again until it's done, because I'm not doing that unless there's a reason to do it. I am not wearing a mask because I am not going to get it. And if I do, I'll still be perfectly fine. And I'm not sick, so I'm not wearing a mask. Now, I guess there's going to come a time I might have to wear a mask, and I'll eat those words. But anyway, Mary, it's good to see you. You are living where you would have to wear a mask, I bet, everywhere you go. And you're probably just doing it so dutifully, but I don't have to. So I ordered my Tide detergent online, and it's being sent to me. So I was grateful I could, because it's been strange, the things I can't order online anymore too. So $5 gift card if you win my drawing that I'm doing when you share the video. So share the video, and then you get entered into my little drawing, which I'm going to do. This is for sharing last week's video, and I don't really even remember now what that video was last week, because it's like one week is just much like another. Okay, Freddie, you're with us. It's good to see you. So how are you doing? All right. Yeah, Amazon is everybody's not new from Amazon. I used to order more from it, but I'm really ticked off at how they've been doing some naughty things. So I'm not ordering as much. I'm trying really hard to not order from Amazon. I'm thinking, you want to play your cute little hoarding, yeah, all kinds of little fun games. Go ahead, have fun with that, because there's a lot of other fish in the sea. I do not have to order from Amazon. I still have here and there. I wish I didn't have to. Thank you for sharing. Okay, Freddie, thank you for sharing. I am doing the drawing. We'll see who wins this week. Freddie, did you get your winnings? Because I sent it in the mail a while ago. I don't know when. Last week sometime. Okay, today Andy won. Congratulations, Andy. So I will put, she's not watching with us right now, but maybe she will later. So I'll put her little card with her name so I don't lose it. Now, when I put my camera down, I know I'm backwards. Everything's backwards right now. This is what we're doing, is positive thoughts. I'd like you to be able to read it, and you can't. I am going to click the camera, but what's going to happen is I had like a super weird blue screen come up. Uh-oh, it's not even letting me do it. Let's look here. All right, there, see? Now, my screen looks like I'm underwater. It's blue, and I'm underwater right now. And I don't know why it did that. And I'm going to have to wait for the delay because what I'm seeing is like 5, 6, 7 minutes too late. So I'm looking over here on the side to see, yeah, I'm green. I'm a weird green. You can read it, but I'm green. So we're not going to do green. We're going to put the camera back. What is it? I don't know. A lot of people are going to have fun with that today. So everything you see today is going to be backwards. Unless I guess what I can do, I can actually do this differently. Here, let's see if I can flip the camera like this. I don't know, because see, now you're seeing all this weirdness. I don't know if that's gonna work because I would have to take my camera out and it's not gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna just put us down. We're gonna be backwards. Ladies, I'm terribly sorry, but doesn't it just match what our life is going like right now? It's like, what can happen today that's never happened before? That's very strange and weird. This morning it was so cold, I was afraid it might have even frosted last night because I had turned the heat off like I normally do. Yeah, I'm green and backwards. Good. I'm glad you're doing well, Freddie. Very good. I'm going to get my computer over here so I can see your comments better. Anyway, I thought that it was going to be a cold. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be cold. Normally, I've never had my heat on, I don't think, in May. I don't think we normally ever have heat on in May, but I had to turn it on yesterday. It was cold. And I'm glad I did because I could hear it going a lot during the night, and it was really cold this morning, and just another strange thing. But we had no frost, so I just think it's the way it is. Murphy's Law, very good, very true, very true. All right, I have many things I want to do with you today. So we're going to use this Positive Thoughts. It has these really cute little dies with it. That are very sweet. This is this piece, and I cut it out thinking I was going to use it on a card and didn't. So I have that stuck in there for now. Oh, I forgot to wash out my Simply Chamois. Let's make sure you're damp enough for me today. I think you are. This has this wonderful little frame. This is what I'm going to cut out first, because each one of these cards we're gonna stamp on. And I have a whole row of them here that we're going to do. Let's see, where's the other one that we're going to do that's similar to this one? No, that is this one. Oh, where are you? Oh, here you are. Okay, here you are. So we've got this one to do. It's very similar. I just kind of wanted you to see how quick you can make a variety of cards with this. So we're going to do this one too. So I do need to get out my Big Shot and cut out these first. And what I'm using for them, let me get out my paper. This is our Whisper White. Now this is a cardstock, I think it was called Natural, but I don't even know if our catalog is carrying it anymore. It has like little specks in it, and it's a little heavier weight. It feels a little bit more like a watercolor type paper too. So it just gives a little bit different effect. And since I'm kind of trying to do a kind of a vintagey look, that's why I'm going to use it for these two. So both of those are ready to go. I am going to get out my my Big Shot. So I'll have to try to move you up so that you hopefully can see what's going on, but all right, maybe I want to move my light a little bit so it's not glaring quite so much. So what is your day like today? I think our day is going to be very normal, which is good. got all my little card things set up here. I'm not sure if that's going to work for me. Let's move you guys to the side or to my window maybe. Then I have some room. Okay. Get my flattest plate on there. So this die has this cute little stitched edge. I really like it. It's pretty. Trying to find one of my plates that's not completely destroyed yet so that you can see what I'm doing. All right, so we're gonna just cut that out, a couple of them. And I don't think I need to run it through again. It's cutting through pretty well. Okay, now this one, a lot of our frame type dies our old ones, our stitched rectangles also leave a stitched edge. So sometimes I save those frames and use them on something else, but I'm not going to. This particular one is not stitched afterwards, so it's not that big a deal. We had a really nice weekend, and oh, hey, Michelle, you're with us. Yay. Now, so ladies, those of you who are on our team, my foil has not arrived yet, and I don't know if we're going to do our regular team meeting tomorrow because of that. Okay, so just a heads up, we might have to delay it, and but I want to delay it so that I can do the foil with you. All right, so I think that's all I'm using of this particular die. So I'm going to move you back down, and I'm going to put my little frame right back in there. Okay. Try to move my light a bit. And now we'll get back to work. So I'm using Positive Thoughts and Tasteful Textures. Now, Tasteful Textures, I don't know if that one's, I'm not sure if either one of these are coming back in the catalog next year. So if it's not, you might want to check it out because they're pretty cool. I really like them anyway. Tasteful Textures, we're going to use, this one has this stamp. I'm also going to do this card. I needed to use our mosaic memories or whatever the hummingbird DSP. So I cut a bunch of those out, and I wanted to use this stamp. This is a really good one. This is a really good one. I got this set because of the sentiments and because of the dies. The die is really cool too. So hopefully we'll get to that card. I don't know that I will. We'll just give it a go. That one's coming up later. But right now, I just need to stamp these. So we're going to go do this card and this card. Okay, and I'm getting it out so that I can kind of see how I want to stamp my design as I do it. Because you can see the colors are similar. I want to get it done in one go. Okay. All right. Now, what do I need? I need blocks. I feel like I'm not really all together here. I'm like partially here today. I don't know why. Maybe that's normal for me. I don't know. But there's my blocks. There's my little cleaning tool. Let's put those cards there. This here. I'm going to move you up just a bit because I'm afraid I'm getting you out of everything. All right. So I want to start with my lightest things first. So it looks like I need my this stamp first. And I think, oops, I think I used crumb cake. I'm not really 100% sure. That's looking like crumb cake, but it could be Sahara sand, but I think it's probably crumb cake. We're gonna go with crumb cake. And I think it looks like I stamped off. I'm trying to get this so that you can see what I'm doing, and I don't really want to mark that yet. I think I stamped off, so let's try that. I think I stamped off at least once. Ooh, maybe a couple of times. We'll just do one here. Yeah, I did. I stamped off because that's pretty dark, but that's okay. We might even just get one other little sort of one in there. Now I've muddied it, but that's okay. We're just going to live with it. This is the thing with this kind of stamping is you just live with what you do. I do have a little bit behind my words, and I kind of liked that, but we're going to stamp off quite a bit before I try to do that. That was better. That was more the effect I wanted. So practicing is a good plan, but I don't always do that. So I don't think I used that stamp on this one. I think I just used the Positive Thoughts one. I really like these sets. They're just very versatile. I can do a whole bunch of things with them. All right, now we're gonna get the little fern. I guess that's like a maiden fern, you think? It's pretty. And I could use my longer block, but I don't think I want to. I like to stick with the smallest block I can possibly get by with. It's just, the more block I have, the more I can accidentally tip it into the ink and make a big mess. All right, now I think this is Flirty Flamingo because my cardstock is Grapefruit Grove and Flirty Flamingo. And this one's Purple Posy, Grapefruit Grove, and Flirty Flamingo. And then this is DSP, the Magnolia Lane DSP. Now, ladies, there is a difference between the big, the demonstrator pack you can get on the demonstrator website that, I don't know, I think they might have moved it even into our regular old catalog line so that other people could order it too. But it came in a big pack. Let's see, I don't even remember. Anyway, it came in a big pack. It did not have this sheet in it. So just for you to be aware, if you are buying it, if you see it come up on that clearance rack and you decide you want to buy a pack of that Magnolia Lane, the demonstrator pack that had a lot of sheets in it only had 4 total patterns, 2 patterns divided by, multiplied by 2 because they were double-sided. All right, enough chit-chat. Now we're doing the Maiden Fern. This one also, I learned my lesson. I'm going to stamp that off quite a bit before I stick it on there because I did re-ink my things. Now see, I kind of have made a big mess on this and I don't like it as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stick my flowers on the part that I dislike the most. It's going to look a little bit different. That's, it's just the way it goes. And then, ooh, I do also need to stamp, while we've got it all out, I need to stamp this flower and this butterfly. Okay, so we'll just do that. Those have a die that I can cut them out with. So we'll stamp that flower. And that I want full strength. And while we have it out, we can do this one also. And we'll get that little cute butterfly. All right, very cute. It's a nice little set. I really like it. All right, so are you guys all ready for the new catalog items that are coming out? Because they are, I don't know, is today the day that it goes? I don't really even know. I'm not too concerned about it because I will get in there as soon as I have a chance to, but today's a busy day. All right, so I will cut that out on the side here in a moment. What am I missing? Nothing really on this one. This one is as done as it's going to get. I did not cut out my my little, what are they? They're like little holly berries, and they give you a little teeny tiny one, and they give you a bigger one. So I'm gonna have to cut out a couple of those. And then there's my flower, and there's the butterfly. All right, so I need to do that. I think I'm gonna just do that really quick over here on the side. Let's try to move the camera. Let's see what happens if I move the camera. What's happening? Did you survive it? I think you did. I think you survived it. All right, so it's all backwards and all weird, but it's okay. All right, we put now trying to get these flower dies on so that it matches up is always a bit of a challenge for me. There we go. This one's easier than some. Where's my other plate? Oh, there you are. And the little butterfly is easy to position, thank goodness. Life has been pretty dull. For us, when we don't go, you know, we're not going anywhere. I don't go shopping, hardly at all. I don't know. I think, though, that in general, people in our area have been having a pretty good attitude about everything. People are feeling, I think, better, that things are going to start opening up. They seem happier, so that's good. All right, so we got those two little flowers done. I mean, the flower and the butterfly done. Now, all I need to do is find sure I'm getting the right piece of DSP here. Okay, I'm going to use this DSP, and I need to do those little teeny tiny berries. Okay, we'll stick them over here. Now I kind of want, it doesn't really matter where they are on here. And you could use soft suede, and that would be fine too. There you are. Tool out here so I can poke you out. All right, there's that one. Better do it again. I think I did it a couple of times. I did make some cookies, and I ate, they were like, have you ever made some, they were brownie, they were a layered thing, like it was a regular chocolate chip cookie dough, and it was on my Ghirardelli brownie box, you know, and yeah, I made that. It was delicious. I had several, and so now I'm dieting again today. Pretty typical. All right, so those are cut out. So I'm gonna move us around again, and hopefully the camera survived that. I'll see in a minute if it did. And then I can just poke those out. My camera's so slow, I still can't see if it survived the move. Good, it did. I did see that it does now. All right, fine. Now, let's get this assembled. All right, so we're gonna just layer this on. So I've already cut this one out. This is our largest stitched rectangle die. And I'm just going to glue that onto this. It's pretty easy. Once you get things done, it just assembles really fast. This piece I'm gonna trim so that it's the right size. All right, let me grab my cutter. And I'm gonna just eyeball it here. Rather than measure and all, I'm just gonna lay it in there and trim it about where I want it. It's kind of dangerous to do that, but it worked. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I might have to trim it some more. I'm not really sure. Let's grab out my Grapefruit Grove piece because it needs to be smaller than that. A lot smaller, in fact. So, this Grapefruit Grove must be larger than the piece I've got. So I'll have to make it, or maybe my oh, I bet I did a different stitched rectangle. That's what it was. I've already got it glued on there now, so we're gonna have to live with it. Uh-oh, I didn't realize. I thought it was the same size. Phew. I did it with that one too. So, I'll have to figure it out as we go. All right, so I'm gonna need to trim that down quite a bit. It's going to look different, that's for sure, but that's kind of the way life is, making cards. It is a lovely day. It is a lovely day, Andy. It is. So, Andy, did you hear you won the little drawing? I don't even know if you were with us when I did it. You might have. You can hang on to the little card I'm going to send you and collect them, and then you can get, you know, something maybe a bit bigger later. Okay, so we'll go there. And we'll go there, and that way we have a very, very narrow edge. But that's gonna have to work. And then I'm gonna just, you know, it's just gonna look different. That's okay. All right. Okay, now we can finally stick on all my little pieces that I did. Let's put that back. I went on our Babylon Bee earlier today, so I'd have something to tell you that would be amusing, because I knew I'd be pretty dull today. It's, again, nothing is happening, so I have a couple things. I do need to stamp that sentiment, don't I? This one is, again, it's from that Positive Thoughts. Friends like you mean more every year. Very cute. It's a nice one. I liked it. So let's do that in Crumb Cake. And I want that to stand right out, so I'll get it nice and dark. I love that stamp. It's cute. So here's our first Babylon Bee. You'll get a good laugh out of it. I hope my daughter's still with us, because it'll be funnier for her since it's a California one. And I don't think she is at all a Trump supporter. It's kind of a positive Trump one. So anyway, it is Defiant Trump, and you have to see the picture. So if you have a chance, go to the Babylon Bee website and look at the funny picture of Trump's skateboarding. Defiant Trump skateboards in California despite the lockdown rule. And I thought that was pretty funny. So when I do my dimensional on this one, I think I need to get a mini one out. And that way I can, if I can find a mini one. There's my black ones. There you are. That way I can fold my little wing up. The picture of Trump skateboarding was really funny. Like on one of the beach boardwalks, it was pretty cute. Okay, now I need to just, for this one, I'm going to just use these dimensionals, and I'm going to stick it on the stem part that's going to just kind of hide behind the flower, because I am not going to stick a whole bunch of glue on these little teeny tiny stems and all that. Just, no, I'm not doing that. So I'm just kind of making a little bouquet here on that dimensional. And then once I get ready to, I've kind of filled it. I can't really do much more. I'm just gonna stick it underneath there. Kind of where it was all messed up anyway with my stamping, and I didn't like what I did. Now this one, I think I will just stick a little glue on it and stick that one down. Right there. Now it did look a little bit better, I think, with more of the Grapefruit Grove showing, but oh well. Now this is just a base card, you know, cut out. Bye, Michelle. See you later. And I'm quickly putting my more positionable glue on the side here on that so that I have some wiggle room. I need wiggle room when I put it on my base card. Okay, it's cute. I like it. All right, so that is one. And then this one, where's the other one I'm doing? There it is. This one is just going to be some Purple Posy. Let's grab that out of the way. And where did my other purple? There you are, right here. Okay, so let's see what I did. Let's see if I cut things out already. I didn't. Oh, yay. So I can get the right rectangle die because I did not cut any of these out. Whew. That's wonderful. I think I scared myself on that one. So we're just going to take the little fern again. And this time we'll use Purple Posy. And Purple Posy, I don't know if you're all that. The Purple Posy reminds me of that my next Babylon Bee one was really good. Flowers continue blooming in defiance despite the no opening rule. Thought that was pretty funny. So I'm stamping off a few times here because I want to make sure those first ones are much lighter than I got the last time. And now, being fairly confident in it, I can just go in with a dark one. Just one. Okay, so that's pretty good. And then all I need is my sentiment. And this one is sending positive thoughts and feel good wishes. I love that. That's going to be a really nice one that I can send to anybody, whether they're sick or just depressed. I really like it. Now, my S on scenting is kind of hidden by where I had to stamp it because my butterfly was a little bit in the wrong spot there. So I think what I need to do is just to make sure that it can be seen better, I'm going to take my little purple pen. This is my marker. Let me put my ink away. And I might want to do it with this tip. I'm gonna just darken that up. But I could, if I think that that's not dark enough, then I could use my Highland Heather. I'm a little scared to, but we'll stick it on there. There we go. So now I can see it a little bit better, you know. Especially if you're sending it to someone who's a little older, you don't want to make it hard for them to see. All right, now I do need to get out my cutter. I'm going to just raise you this time, and that way you can see what I'm doing. Maybe a little better because I'm not sure what my light is like over there on the side. And I'm going to have to check out what rectangles I used because I'm not really sure. Obviously, I was incorrect with what I thought I was using. All right, so we need the 30 Flamingo one. And I don't need you in my hand. Let's see here. Looks like think it's this one. Nope, that's that one. See, I thought I had this, I thought I did it with the right one before. So this one is my Flirty Flamingo one. And then this one must be my Grapefruit Grove one, but then that means my Purple Posy is going to have to be maybe bigger than the one I've actually cut for it. I'm not sure, so I might have to recut one for that. All right, so the larger one is for Grapefruit Grove. This one's the Flirty Flamingo. And this one, you're going to see, it does leave a stitched edge when you have your frame. So if you want to use your frame, if you want to save every scrap of paper that you have, be careful how you position it on your piece of paper so that you can use the frame that's left, because it is going to have a nice little stitched edge. And if you're careful, then you won't have to do a whole lot of trimming to even it up. I don't save a lot of those frames just because I cut so many pieces. Oh man, I've got a lot of extra frames in there, so... And this side's going to have to be trimmed because this is thinner, so are those. So that just makes it a little more awkward, you know, because when you go in to trim it, a lot of times I don't get it perfectly straight and square. But if you can, then you've got a nice little stitched frame, because can you see all that stitching? It's nice. And you have this piece that's stitched. So that's just one of the nice things about those stitched rectangles. And then we'll do the Grapefruit Grove one, and I'll attempt to do the same thing, although this one's really a big die. And this one actually, this die is the one I'm more likely to actually use this way, because the truth is that just layering up rather than beneath is often a, you know, just as good of an effect, and it's a lot easier to manage. All right. So there's my, and same thing, you can see this is a skinny edge. Probably not going to want to use that, but oh well, you never know. I do have my little a little, like a paper folder of cardstock that I've color coordinated all in an alphabetical order so I can actually use these things. Okay, so we're gonna go this on this, and then this on this, and then I'm hoping that I can still, yes, I can still see my purple posy. And then this one is done. Okay, we're doing pretty good. I've got a lot of cards still to do. I don't know if I'll get to them all, but I just figured I'd get it all ready, and we'll see what can be done. You never know. I could layer these with dimensionals, but I'm getting a little tired of having to use my non-machinable stamps on every single card I send. So some of these today I am taking the opportunity to make them flat, so they go in a regular envelope without me having to worry about it at all. Now, I don't know if you can see what a difference that that natural paper made. This base card's just a tad bit big on the edge. Oh, I lost a pair of scissors. So let's just trim you down there a little bit. All right, there we go. Okay, there's that one. Cute. All right. Now the next one is this one, where I'm using those little hummingbirds. And what I want to do is I took this and already cut out the Balmy Blue with this stitched rectangle you just saw me use. And then I want to use, not this. This is our Positive Thoughts, but I want to use our Tasteful Textures die. Okay, or no, not that one. This one. I'm gonna stick it right on the bottom there. Okay, well, gotta get out my. We're getting like, you guys are like doing knee bends, up down, up down. We're gonna do a lot of it today, I think, because it's seeming to be easier just to whip that over here rather than taking the chance that my camera's gonna go hooey. Now this die, I don't know, I find one side seems to be more straight than the other because I want those edges to be the same distance, and I don't know, it looks like it should. I think it's just an eye, you know, one of those eye things where it's visually deceptive. I don't really think that it's crooked, but it seems like I have more difficulty on the one side with that. So, oh, that popped out nicely, didn't it? So, let me grab my cleaner though, because I still want to get that cleaned out. All right, and then if I had put it on, you know, some kind of adhesive, you could save your little design there. It's pretty cute. But I'm not doing that, so we'll just throw it away. Put you down again. And then the other thing I want to do is use our stamp to emboss our pineapple punch. Okay, so I'm just going to take it and do some quick embossing here. Let's grab the Versamark. We'll put our embossing buddy all over it, because I don't want anything other than, there's our our pineapple punch, and grab a paper out of my trash. You can hear my wind chime going, so there is some wind out there, but not much. It's interesting how it keeps coming up every day. It's gonna go pretty low. I want some of it to go off the page. Okay, getting pretty liberal there with that. Isn't that cute? All right. Blue and yellow is pretty together. I don't know. I really like this yellow. It's a nice one. It's very bright and cheery. Okay, you found out that you could bake your cutting plats. You did. Freddie, have you tried baking it to flatten it out? I had heard you could. I tried sticking it in the microwave once for a while, but I was a chicken and didn't leave it in very long. It didn't seem to be doing very much, and I was afraid to ruin my plate. Although mine are so bad now that I should try it again, because I couldn't really do too much to them at this point. But I had heard that you could heat them and do that. Okay, I'm turning this on so we can get that heated up. This is the tedious part, is just waiting. And yes, I have an old peach gun. This one's pretty old. I keep waiting for it to die. I actually have another one, but this is the only one I've ever needed. It's going to last forever, I believe. It's got a pretty low setting. I think if I had a new one, it would have an even lower setting. That might be nice. All right, so that is melted. I want to set that aside for just a second so that I don't mess it up before I have used it. Because on this, I think I want to put that same design right on it. I just thought, no, I don't want just a big, I needed a fairly big stamp. You know, this is one of those ornate frames from the ornate frame die set, and I needed one big enough to hold this sentiment, because this is the one I wanted. Take time to do what makes your soul happy. I'm using that one a lot these days. Feel like we all need to hear that message. And so Pineapple Punch, I needed it to be just a little yellowy, just a little yellowy. Okay, before I put my Balmy Blue Sentiment on there. Okay, so we'll stick that back in there. Got things all over the place right now, and just knocked a bunch of things down on the side. All right, so now we'll get some Balmy Blue out. Balmy Blue. Okay, so you are going to do it. I think you're wise to have a new set of plates on hand, because that's what I thought I would do too. So make sure I had plates, and that's one reason I bought a bunch, just to make sure. And I just have never done it. So let me know how that turns out, because now that I have new plates, I just like, well, I don't really need to do it now, because now I have new plates. All right, so, but it would be nice to have them flat. When they are flat, they work really well. When they're concave or convex, either way, because it just depends on which way you have it, right? All right, so this is just Pineapple Punch, and I'm going to just stick this right on here. Oops, I didn't. No, I did. I did it on the wrong side, but that's all right, because my stitching doesn't show hardly at all now, because it's actually on this side. But you know what? That's what happens when you're, you know, not paying all that much attention to things. So our stitching is on the wrong side. I'm the only one that will know or care. All right. Well, if I send this to another demonstrator, she'll see that. Now, you can see what's happened. My card was a little bit, you know, curved because I embossed it. And so because I didn't get my Tombow right at the edge there, it's all curled up. And I have a solution for this, but I'm not using my solution. I am going to just stick a little Tombow there, and I'll work on it later. I'm not going to worry about it now, but I do have a magic glue solution, but it's not one I'm allowed to reveal on live Facebook, so we'll just leave it at that. You can always text me if you want to know. All right, now I did cut out all of my little hummingbirds already, because on the back side of it, I did not really care for that design all that much. So I was happy to sacrifice that design to cut out a bunch of cute little mosaic memory hummingbirds, and then I'll just stick those guys on there with a dimensional, and that card is done too. And I'm not even going to do a lot on that. We'll just do that one. Like, we're going to put you here, and we will put you here. Okay, isn't that cute? Oops, his wing is covering my sentiment. Better not put him there. Didn't really notice that. There. It's a little better. All right, so that one is done. And the next one that I want to do is like this. Now on this one, I love this paper. This is our other Mosaic Memory paper. It's really pretty, but I'm trying to use it up. So I am covering a lot of it, but I'm just taking that Magnolia, sticking it on there. This is my base cardstock, so I'm just going to stick that all together right now. This is a stitched one that I've already done. I do need to cut out a stitched DSP for this piece, and this is how we're going to do the Tasteful Textures die. We're going to stamp it. We're going to cut it with a die first, and then I'm going to do a background stamp on white to go behind that. Okay, so just using all kinds of things today. I'm going to use my Tombow. Maybe I'll try to get it to the edge a little better this time. Okay, just like when we were in kindergarten, your teacher would tell you to do, just put a teeny tiny bit on the edge. And that way the edge will stay down better. My base card doesn't look like it's quite the same size, but we're gonna pretend that it is. All right, and then I can fix it later. That one's gonna go on there. I don't have this issue so much when I'm using my other adhesive. All right, now let's set you aside for a moment. Let me grab out. This is our stitched shapes. Has this cute little circle. That's the one we want. I'm going to just cut that out here on the side and not make you have to look at me doing that again. Raising the camera and lowering the camera and all of that. Okay, now I will have to do it though when we're doing this part, won't I? All right, because I do want you to see that part. So let me clean up a little bit. Let me get out the one that I want. Which one do I want? Maybe I don't have the one that I want. I think it's this one. Yes, that's the one I want. I'll stick you up there. Okay, I do not have my butterfly cut out. I am going to need to fussy cut it. It's a slightly different one than I used. Now the Mosaic Memory has a nice little outline that's yellowish, kind of, it's so saffron actually around, so you don't even have to be all that careful, and you can easily cut around these little hummingbirds and butterflies to get a nice little die cut, because there is no die cut for those. All right, let me raise it up. As I do, I'm going to stick those over there. Hopefully I won't lose them. That's the piece we'll need to stamp on. I don't need my big block. All right, we do need to cut out this part with this die right here. This is my favorite one. It's really cute. So we're going to put the pointy top right there. Okay. And this time I have the stitched part going on the right side, but I am embossing on this one also, so I hope I get it right when I do it again. Did that all come out? I'm not sure if it did. Maybe. Let me grab my tool. Yes. It's been doing pretty good. Look at all those cute little leaves. You could probably even do something with that if you wanted to. I'm not going to. brush. All right, and now I have good things are sure to happen. That is in Tasteful Textures. Good things are sure to happen. Again, all great, particularly great sentiments for the times, right? So I need that Versamark back out again. And our embossing buddy. Let me grab out that copper powder. And my paper. Looking pretty good. I don't think I see any strays on that. Slide you back in there. All right, and this is the part that's really fun, is watching the copper go when it heats up finally and makes it and melts it. Copper's pretty. So is the gold. So my foil has not come yet ready for our tea meeting. We were going to do some foiling for our tea meeting, and I I mentioned it already. I'm very disappointed. So we'll see. We still have the afternoon. It's not quite over yet. Never know. Okay, now I do need to put my design on, and it doesn't it doesn't really matter how good it, it doesn't have to be positioned perfectly, because I'm just going to cut it anyway. So let me, what I'm saying is I don't have to be, too particular about it, but I do want to make sure that, well, first of all, I need my crumb cake. Where did I put you? Crumb cake. I had you out. And I know some things fell on the floor. See if you went on the floor. I don't see you. Oh, there you are. Okay, crumb cake. So I want to make sure I stamp off enough on this one, because I don't want it to be too dark. That's a little too dark, so we're going to do it again. And we'll do it on that side. There we go. That's better. Now, do you see how this has, it has some really cool vintagey lines to it. And I can just trim it so that I can stick it behind my card the way I want it. And put some glue on you. Get rid of that big glob of glue I got there. Okay, here's another Babylon Bee for you. Google autocorrecting Biden allegation searches to Kavanaugh allegations. Well, I could believe that. That's not very funny, because that actually is probably true. Oh, that's not the right way. Let's put it this way. There you go. Okay, there we go. And now we can put you right on here. But to this time, I want to make sure my card, because I did have to emboss it. This time I want to make sure it's going to lay down nice. So I used my unnameable tool or adhesive over there. Now I was a little scared to use it too, though, because I'm not sure how this copper will react to it if it leaks through at all. I wouldn't have had to have worried about it if I used Tombow, but... Ah! Yep, there we go. That's what I thought might happen. That's what happens when you get that on there. Okay, I'm good. Now all I need is a dimensional on the back of my little... Oh, what? No, where's my circle? Gotta get the circle on there. Like that. And this. And we're good. You're pretty cute little hummingbird. Your wing is not going where I want it to. Let's move that over. There we go. And little mini dimensional for the back of my slightly different butterfly. Cute. All right, so that one's done. So we've done quite a few. Let's see what we've got going here. We've got that one done, we got that one done, and that one done. Okay. All right. One more. Let's see if we can do it. One more. I actually have two other ones, I think, to do. I was going to do this one, but it's pretty much the same as what we have done. So instead of doing that, let's try this one. Now for this one, I used our Hugs. This Hugs Prayers Love, and that is from our Positive Thoughts one. That's a really good stamp too. So, put that away. We're still using that. I shouldn't have got it out. Let's see if I cut out the main bit. Thought I did. Well, I've got my Whisper White, but I don't have this. I have a big card piece of it. I didn't. So let's cut it out. So I'm just going to need to get out the Positive Thoughts frame and cut that out over here on the side. And I'll have to cut out some other things too, and I'll bring over the machine for those, but for now, we'll just leave it. All right. Get this in the right die spot. All right, so this is Soft Seaside Spray. Love this color. So pretty. It goes really well with our smoky slate, I think. This one, I'm sure I need to stamp off at least a couple of times on that. Okay, very cute. And then we need our Hugs. Where is it? There we are. Hugs, Prayers, Love. I want that one full strength there. Okay, and then there is cute little, you know, what do you call that? A little filigree thing right there. That's where I want it. I'm going to have it pointing right there at that L. So you could use your Stamparatus and get a better placement, but it doesn't matter so much. A lot of it is going to be covered anyway by my flowers. Let's not take that away because I do need to get those flowers done. So again, oops, let's turn it over. I've already smudged it with my finger. Okay, we've got the flower. And not using the butterfly, we're going to use one blue feather. Oh, the feather's cute. Freddie, you've got some nice feathers. I'm a little envious of your feather collection because because I think you've got more feathers than I do. I don't have very many feather stamps. I think that's the only one I have. I might have one with a turkey. I'm not sure. And then we'll need some smoky slate. Okay, smoky slate. I need 2 of you. Oh, and we do need a feather too. Smoky slate feather. All right. Now all those things are stamped. Those just all need to be cut out. And then we'll assemble the card. Now it looks like I've already got my Balmy Blue pieces cut. That's going to layer on there. I've got some silver. This is very old silver cord that Stampin' Up! Sold. Oh boy, who knows how many years ago. Some of these things I keep around. I keep my stuff, you know. I know a lot of people sell their stuff. I keep it because I use it. It's not like I don't ever use it. I do. And so sometimes I'm not sure how long ago something has retired. It could have retired 15 years ago. And depending on how big of a piece of, you know, how long, sometimes those ribbon bolts, you know, I swear they must have 20 yards in them. They're so long. They go forever. All right. So let's grab out, do I have a base card? I think I just cut up my base card, so we won't worry about it at the moment. We'll just put my Balmy Blue on the Smoky Slate, because everything's just layered up today. I don't really have to think too hard about what goes where. That's why I did it that way, just so that I'd be able to make this many cards. Normally I can't make this many cards because I'm having to think about positioning of things. Okay, Andy, your phone keeps freezing up. Oh, so you have left me. I hope it's not my phone. My phone's probably getting ready to give up the ghost too. Its battery can only go on for so long. All right, so we will try to finish very quickly. Everyone's getting a little weary, and I don't blame you. I think this was my base card, so we're not going to be able to use it that way now. All right, let's cut out our flowers and be done, and our fern. All right, so we've got the flower, the fern, and the feather to do. So let's start with a fern. Let's see if we can do our flower. I'm not sure if it'll, sometimes my magnet will let me. Oops, except for that's not really where it is. So let's try this. Nope, it's not gonna let me do that one. How about this one? Maybe. All right, there's one feather and a fern. Let's try the other one. It's going to let me. Imagine that. Thank you. Thank you, Magnet, for being so cooperative. Okay, bye, Freddie. See you later. Thanks for watching, you guys, and sharing. Have a great evening. All right. And my flower. Try to get you right into the right spot. That's never easy to do. Oh, come on. There we go. There. That's it. Right there. All right, and the flower is done. So now I am almost finished. So move you down. All right, so now we are almost done. I've got my silver cord right there. We've got our little rhinestones that we're going to put in the middle of the flower. And I'm going to just trim off, since I ruined my card here, my base card. I'm going to just trim that, and we'll use that like that, and then I'll just have to stick it on another base card afterwards, which isn't that big a deal. I don't really want you crooked though. Okay, there we go. Now we've got all these you know, you can decide if you want them all raised or not. I'm not going to do all of them raised because it'll just be too much raised. So we'll just do some here like this. I think I put dimensionals on my card over there, but it got really over raised doing that. So this time I'm going to put my little feather right there. Stick you on there, and the little blue feather, or seaside spray feather, right there. I don't want you on top of that though, like that. And then we've got the flower. With this one, we want to wind up our silver cord like that. We'll tuck in the end there. And then here I'll just take my dimensional and stick it right where I'm going to put that flower. Put all that cord right there. Try to stick it all on. If I need to, I can always just do another dimensional on it if some parts of it are kind of coming off. I'm going to have to put on more dimensionals anyway because I need my flower to stay on it. And then you can just stick your flower right there. And that one is almost done. I did take a tiny bit of Wink of Stella and just went over my little feathers and the flower just to give it some glimmer. Kind of pretty. And then put your little rhinestones right in the middle of your flowers. Very cute. Like that. And I missed the one that was down there on that other card, but I noticed it later. There we go. Oh, there's one right there that I missed. And we are done. Very cute. So with our Nate Positive Thoughts set, it took me an hour yeah, about an hour and a half. I'm not quite, because I had cut out, took us a little less time than that, but if you counted in the time that it took me to cut out some of the things that I'd already cut, you know what? We did pretty good. 4 cards, 5 cards, actually. Got 5 cards done in an hour and a half. Pretty nice. We're using those sets. All right, I'm going to put the camera up and we will see who... I don't think anyone's left with me. Aw, But some people will watch this later, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Let's see, is there anything that I'm forgetting? Oh yes, our make sure that you use my host code. I'm going to put it up on my, because it would be backwards if I showed it to you. And so remember, if you buy anything in my Stampin' Up! Store, for every order over $50, I always send a gift. And right now I've got some pretty good ones from our celebrations. So that's all I have for you. You have a great day. Make sure you let me know if you need anything, and I will see you next week. Bye.